Hey there, this is Alex over at DuraLabel, and in this video we're going to be going over our symbol creator tool and how you can use that to create custom symbols for your labels. With our symbol creator tool, you can utilize that to add in company logos as well as any other images that you find online and convert those into an SVG file for the use of symbols. In order to begin, I'll go ahead and go into our symbol creator tool. This will open up a new window where we'll have a few different options. The one that we're going to be looking for to begin is this load SVG/image. That'll bring up a new window where I can select the file that I do want to use. I'm going to select the file that I want to use, which in this example is going to be our company logo. Once I have that selected, I'll click on Open. That'll then pop up in our original image and we'll see an output of what we're getting. Depending on the results of your output SVG, you can adjust some of the filter thresholding or ignore spec size sliders to get a result that you're happy with. By default, I am happy with this result, so I am going to leave these as is, but if you do need to make those changes, those are available to you as well. Additionally, there's a few other options down below, such as this opaque, which will add transparency to the image like we see in the output with that checkerboard pattern behind. The invert option will invert the colors, so it'll kind of do a negative version of this. Sometimes when you upload an image, you may notice that happens where it looks like this. If that's the case, you can always use invert to kind of get that result as well. If you do want that transparent background though, I would highly suggest leaving the backfill unchecked. Having that checked is going to fill that back in as if you did have opaque unchecked, so I would suggest leaving that off if transparency is what you're going for. And then last, you can use the auto crop feature. That'll resize the actual symbol to better fit the very edges of the image itself. If I click on that, there won't be a lot of change that you see just based on this example, but if that is something you want to use, feel free to experiment with that as well. Once you're happy with the actual output image, go ahead and click on that Add to Collection option. This will then bring up a window where you can change the name if needed. It is going to base the name off the image file, so that may not always be necessary, but sometimes there's scenarios that helps. We're going to go ahead and click OK, and that's going to add it into our user symbols section within Label Designer. In order to get to the symbol that we added, we'll just go back to that home screen and then we're going to go into Label Designer. Once this loads up, I'm just going to click on Create New Label in this instance, and then we're going to go straight into our symbols library. In our symbols library, one thing to make note of is that anything that we add as a user symbol is always going to be one of the first items in here, so luckily this is the first thing that shows up. But if you ever utilize this feature a lot, it might be a little easier to click on user symbols as well in the category options to the left. Once you do have the symbol you want selected, if you do want to add it in, you'll just highlight that and then click on Insert to add it. When adding the actual symbol itself, one thing you may notice is that filled letters, as well as even sometimes filled shapes such as circles, may appear to be solid black. In order to fix that, go ahead and go into the paint palette and then select a color that matches what the background is. In this instance, it'll be white, but if we did have something like yellow tape, we'd want to select yellow instead. Hopefully this helped you with our symbol creator tool and learning how to add custom symbols to our symbol library. Thank you for watching the video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thanks for watching. For further assistance, visit our website and contact our team for your free lifetime support.